If you're learning Japanese, you know there's one challenge that feels like the final boss, kanji. But what if I told you that as a Korean speaker, you already have a secret weapon to conquer it? All right, let's get right into it.
You know, for so many people, kanji isn't just a hurdle. It's this massive, intimidating wall that seems impossible to climb. Seriously, it's probably the #1 reason why people get discouraged and even give up on learning Japanese.
I mean, does looking at thousands of these complex characters just make your head spin? If you've ever felt that way, trust me, you are not alone. But today, we're going to flip that whole idea on its head.
Yeah, that's right. Instead of seeing kanji as a wall, we're going to start seeing it as a shortcut. Because for Korean speakers, there's a powerful linguistic hack that's been hiding in plain sight this whole time. And it all comes down to our shared history.
This is the core of it, right here. This code from the book, Japanese Words Explained Through Hangul, gets straight to the point. We're all part of the same kanji cultural sphere. And that means the sounds of these characters have been echoing through our languages for centuries.
So here's the secret sauce. There's an incredibly predictable pattern that connects the Korean pronunciation of a Hanja character to one of its Japanese readings, specifically the Onyomi, which is the reading based on the original Chinese sound. This connection, well, this is the key that unlocks everything.
And let me be perfectly clear, this is not just some neat little trick. It is a genuine superpower in language learning that is uniquely available to you. By leveraging the Hanja you already know, you can fast-track your kanji vocabulary in a way that other learners can only dream of.
Okay, so to use this superpower, we first need to understand a basic concept. Most kanji have two types of readings. Think of it as a character having two different names. Let's break down the difference between onyomi, the sound reading, and kunyomi, the meaning reading. First up, we have onyomi, or umduk in Korean. This is the reading that's based on the original Chinese sound. It's the one that's going to sound a lot like our Hanja reading. Then you've got kunyomi, or hunduk. This one is the native Japanese word for the character's meaning. For this hack, we are focusing 100% on the onyomi.
Let's make this crystal clear with an example. Take a look at this character. I know you recognize this one. It's mun, which means gate or door.
In Korean, we pronounce this mun, right? Now listen closely to the Japanese onyomi. It's mon. Hear that? Mun, mon. It's almost identical. That's the connection we're talking about. The kunyomi, on the other hand, is kado, the native Japanese word for gate. It's completely different, with no sound connection to mun at all.
So you might be thinking, okay, that's cool for one character, but so what? Well, the big deal is that this rule scales, like massively. Let's see how this one little connection can help you build your vocabulary exponentially.
This is where the real magic happens. Just look at this table. Every time you see a Korean word ending in mun, its Japanese equivalent almost always ends in mon. Jongmun becomes senmon. Jungmun becomes seimon. The pattern is it's incredibly consistent.
Think about that for a second. By learning just one Hanja to kanji sound connection, mun to mon, you haven't just learned a single character. You've basically unlocked the key to understanding dozens of compound words you'll see out in the wild. So how do you put this into practice? Here's a little challenge for you this week. Just pick 5 Hanja characters you already know. Look up their Japanese onyomi readings. Then use a dictionary to find 3 compound words for each of them. Just like that, you've turned 5 characters you know into 15 new vocabulary words. This changes everything, turning boring memorization into a fun pattern-finding game. If you're pumped and ready to start, the sources for this explainer suggest some fantastic books and tools. A resource like the Neve Japanese Dictionary, for example, is perfect for this. Just search for a Hanja character, and bam, it'll show you both the onyomi and kunyomi readings so you can find these patterns for yourself. So seriously, forget that whole idea of a great wall. For you, kanji is more like a giant puzzle, and you've already got all the corner pieces. You have this amazing head start, so embrace it and dive in with confidence.
And I'll leave you with this to think about. Pick a Hanja character you know really well. Go look up its onyomi reading. What new Japanese words can you suddenly understand? I promise you, the answer is going to surprise you.